Okay, the Detroit Lions keep making moves that make sense. This last one, I think, is just a great move for the organization. And what they've done, they just announced that they have signed or hired John Fox as a defensive consultant. So really you're kind of overlooking the defense. You're not in the day to day, if you will, but you are almost a massive self scout and making sure that from a high level, the defense, coaches, and everybody else is operating in the most effective way, right? So I'm almost fascinated by this because it just shows what goes into the National Football League and week in and week out. You're hiring John Fox, a a coach that I think we've all kind of forgotten about. Remember, he went to the Carolina Panthers in '02, led them to two divisional championships, two NFC championship games, and a Super Bowl in his 9-year reign in Charlotte. You've hired him to just kind of oversee the defense. He's not the defensive coordinator. He's not implementing things on a day-to-day basis. He's just kind of consulting just for one side of the ball. I think it's kind of crazy, really, but this is not uncommon for teams to have this. Remember, we had Dom Capers for a year. We didn't have anybody last year, and now you bring in John Fox. So I love this because John Fox will come in, have an opportunity to coach with or consult with whatever Aaron Glenn, who is in a weird spot. I think we all know that Aaron Glenn's a good coach. We all he's a good coach, but at the same time, on paper and writing just like straight up stats, the defense is not good. And it's given up a lot of points and blah, blah, blah. But the last 10 games of the season, they're really good and much improved. And so by bringing in a veteran coach, remember, we've got kind of young coaches with not a lot of experience really on our staff, former players. But as far as like coaching, we don't have that old veteran coach, which I love. I love we don't have a Paul Pasqualoni type of coach on our staff. We've got younger guys, former players, but I think it's appropriate to have a John Fox in there because if you look at our roster, I was just pulling up our age with Brockers being cut. We have no player over the age of 29. Once maybe Vaitai and Sudfield get cut, we'll have no player over the age of 29. I don't know what I just said. We have no players over the age of 30 on our roster right now. Soon we'll have no players over the age of 29 on our roster. We're young. It's okay to have a coach or an advisor, consultant with some experience, because if you look specifically at our defense, what you see is young dudes, and it's only going to get younger because we're going to draft a bunch of guys, and you might get the release of Romeo. Charles Harris might even be released. Could get younger, and who knows obviously what we do in free agency, but the fact that we're going to draft like a 32-year-old defensive lineman, or a free agent, like I just don't see that either. So we're young and we needed a little bit of experience here. So John Fox comes in. He was just doing a defensive advisory role with the Indianapolis Colts last season. Now he's headed to a similar job in Detroit. And I was just mentioning, you got Aiden Hutchinson, James Houston, Malcolm Rodriguez, Kirby Joseph, young nucleus that is really showed some promise. We really need to take that next step this year, along with adding a key veteran free agents. We're going to be strategic about that, I gotta believe, and then we're going to draft well, hopefully again this year, so that we're going to bolster that defense. So I think this is just a great move to get John Fox in. I kind of, I know the name or remember him, no doubt, but I guess I kind of forgot what he did in Carolina with the two divisional championships, two NFC championships, Super Bowl. I know he went to then he went to Denver and had a Super Bowl run there, right? In 2000, from 2011 to 2014. Then he went to the Bears for 3 years. So the guy was a great coach, a good NFL coach that was around for a long time. Anytime you're over 500 as an NFL coach, 133 wins in the National Football League, he knows how to win, knows what he's doing. I think it's a great thing that we've got him in the fold. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you more just kind of amazed at the NFL and what goes into it, and the fact that we've got a defensive consultant? Like I said, it's nothing new, but it's you've got your defensive coordinator, each position coach. Then you've got a defensive consultant, a running game coordinator, passing game defensive coordinator. I love it. I love it. It just shows what goes in, week out to try to get victory. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on John Fox and kind of what we can expect there and if this is good or bad for the defense. And I will see all of you on the next one.